Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Nelson, the pass to Carter. Lewis outside. Pass to Petrus. Stolen by Bosch. Here's LeBron. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Carter with it. Wade picks him up. For 3, Petrus. Bosch grabs the miss.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Hastings, the pass to LeBron.
LeBron deals with a ton of physical defense, and he dishes out some physical contact too. But that's why he works so hard on his body. I mean, you might foul him, but you're not going to push him around. No way, Jose.
That free throw, no good.
And James considered a franchise talent without question. This guy is the complete package.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Buck. And the Magic making a change here as well. Redick is checked in.
One thing you really love about this guy is how hard he works to be reliable. I mean, he wants his team to know they can always count on him.
Howard dishes to Nelson. 5 on the clock. Here's Lewis. That's it, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Hastings. And the rebound goes to Howard. Magic leading by 6. Carter for 3. They get it back. Here's Howard. Comes up empty down low. Miami's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Hastings. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. In the corner, it's Nelson. Drills it from outside. Nelson's got 7 points in the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's LeBron. He has 6. And the shot goes down. He's got 8. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Carter. Shot from 16. And it's Miami with the rebound.
if I get a massage, take care of my body, the hotel after everything, probably like 35, and then get home. Got to put the house and shoot more shots at the house, and then just relax, take care of my body, just rehab, ice, eat ready, normal tech. So really just, I love this game. I love my job. I love my craft. So I just try right to it. And it's fun because I always think about every day about playing basketball and having me play this against the live basketball.
Yeah, man, I get 1,500 shots a day. John Brown say, "Line ain't happening." Shaq's back. The fact that he's not upset concerns me. Draymond team say he's Jack. I mean, I don't know what's normal for an NBA player. How many shots he gets? Somebody go just get the other 5 numbers.
Catching the news line.
12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Hey, I saw the jacket you got on. They threw it to you live.
We talk drugs. I talk drugs and just like hit 50 passes. We had to catch 50 in a row. So we had to start again. So yeah, I try at least 50. Quarterbacks through it. So I would say before the course of practice, 75. Probably 75 passes a day.
Yeah, that means they ain't dropping no passes.
No. You've already been out there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. And so you're already tired. Yeah. So you got to concentrate. You got to concentration break and that ball here, and you might be at 29. You might be at 30. Now you got to start all back again. You don't want that to happen. And the last thing you want to happen, Cat, is that you're in a situation where you fourth down. And you play the baseball game, and you lack of concentration. You drop back.
And a lack of reps. That's most of those reps count.
Right. You get involved in different angles, shoot fouls, over the shoulder, different things like that. Folks always get question how hard you're actually working. Does that bother you or you just brush it off? These are not normal guys. If I would say that, I'm talking about getting lunches. Yes.
To the paint.
I know the work I put in, so I don't even have to explain it. I know who was there. The gym started. Then I turn the lights on. I ain't worried about that. I know one thing I said about that. He was like, I know, I've seen you in there. When I show up, you've been there swimming. When I leave, you still fought for another one. So,
boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop.
So I said, I'm going to explain. I know what I do in the gym. I know the work I put in. Shout out to the coach, Stevie, Coach Hanson, Moses. Shout out to all the guys there. As you know, they lives inside. Well, as kids, willing to dedicate that amount of time to me, to allow me to shoot basketball, to allow me to work for my game, and allow me to be the best version of myself. So shout out to them last year especially. We gave up a lot of their time. They could give it to the kids and their family. Hey, I'm in the gym, working.
Kyrie had praise from you, I think. He said, after the piece you came back up 3 times, minus 13, shooting 4, 5 from the 3. Kyrie said, despite the unfair criticism, he's a great player. I respect him. My teammates respect him. That's what great players do. They figure it out.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's my guy. You know what, man? I know Kyrie since he was young, and I see him when he plays this game, so I know everyone goes so crazy. He's playing but I see him since he was young. I see hours he's playing in, I see him working he's playing, and I see drills he's playing. I definitely saw a lot of the drills myself, so I can put myself as a player. You can watch greatness, study greatness, and you try to implement it into your game. And I got nothing to praise for Kyrie. I've been, like I said, blessed to watch him since I was young. Before see what he's had now. My eyes, he's a legend for a game.
I'm surprised the ease and feeling the ease like it's easy. Especially having the Mavericks, and you think it would be like a long streak. I thought it would be at least I thought it would be, I ain't like that. I thought it would be at least a 6-7 game.
Celtics were really good last year.
Okay.
They've been good for years, but they was locked in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Locked in last year. They like, one of the reports told me, you gotta lose, finally win, and history plays itself out, and Boston gotta go through that. It's just been good. They've been like, they just been knocking on the door, finally 12 feet. Finally over, you know what I'm saying? I don't replay them. They showed so much championship pedigree. He wants overtime from them. The way they play, they just that coach, great coach. And shout out to Missoula. Care my boy, my brother, Sean Butler over there in West Virginia. You see only the talent. I think all basketball fans, you see that the players has succeeded to win a championship, but they had it early in the regular season. I think they showed it in their record. So, I didn't know what series was going to have. I didn't know what was going to have. That's just that's a tough test. That's they're the rest of them.
As a former NFL player, I know a thing or two about high performance, and that's why I drive the BMW 7 Series. Its car has everything I need. It's big enough, comfortable enough, and luxurious enough to meet even my high expectations. When I'm behind the wheel of the BMW, I'm not just driving a car, I'm driving a legacy. What I love most is the precision engineering, cutting-edge technology, and unmatched style, whether it's spacious interior, the powerful engine, or the smooth ride. BMW makes sure every detail is on. I trust BMW to deliver the ultimate driving experience, and I know you will too. So why wait? Head over to BMWUSA.com, check out models like the Sporting X3, the all-electric i4. Build your dream car today and join me and experience the luxury and performance that only the ultimate driving machines offer.
Something that's kept this game
close is the fact that the rebound stats sometimes playoff, like you're playoff Rondo, that's complicated. But Magic Johnson has a situation. Magic Johnson was 2 times finals MVP. Shot down the list again. In 84, he drew inside the clock. They go to overtime. They end up losing, and they call it Trevor Johnson. And then when you get a tournament, and Brady Short in the regular season, you haven't been able to put the same type of dunks in postseason. And you're like playoff camp. And they made it in a laboratory way. I just can't turn it around. House can't just do the same thing in the narrative because to see what you are in the regular season. How do you have to make sure that same
looks in the paint.
Just out there, everything was good. I felt I was shooting the ball extremely well. We went throughout the whole playoffs. That's the tough time now, especially in the Western Conference Finals. But I think just
good work defensively by Cole.
Always pay off. That never gets discouraged by the record. Hours, you put this in there and know that you have exactly the amount of hours plus needed, but it's great.
Takes to Nelson, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
16. You mentioned that. J5. Mike Conley had so amazing for us. Signing up to the loss.
Here's Hastings.
This team
scored his first basket with that shot.
What's going to be obviously success in the championship? This team. If you guys don't get to the NBA finals, you guys don't get
Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
I mean, it'll be wonderful the fact we made the conference finals and we had the fuck yes, which is
fuck yes. That's yes. That is going down. That is going fucking down. Put that up. Oh,
I've always said I wanted to win the championship. I wanted the championship series. I finally drinks everything down to first half. We gotta stop, keep working. I think that we say this is something that I didn't ever see the same way getting with a championship. Everyone thinks this way that you don't come out with a ring out of it.
Stay with us, folks.
A lot of people didn't think the legal variations because this is not the 90s basketball. People limit being too simple. Be the guy, you said we got 3 or 4 almost. Yeah. That's right. Because they can't play these back to basket, he can shoot the 3, but then you look at Rudy's situation, he'll have to take him out of the game. Just for real. The 4-time defensive player of the year, makes a boatload of money. He puts back to the batter, he's up a lot of time, making the ball game. He's not the court. I'm not.
So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. Outside Bosch. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Hastings no good. Well, Orlando shooting 43% for the game. Pass to Carter. It's rebounded by Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Nelson with the steal. Here is Petrus. Nelson looking around. Now Lewis. A shot by Carter. Nobody around. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And it's 6 points for Vince Carter.
The defense has to crowd Carter. Even as the pass is coming his way, you can't let him have any space.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hastings. He takes it in. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Wade against Carter. Howard setting the pick for Carter. Lobbed up there for Howard. And stolen by Ilgauskas. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Wade. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Wade doing all he can to help his team. What a fearless competitor.
The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one.
When you think about it, Dwayne Wade is just a winner. A guy any coach would love to have playing for him.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Nelson outside. Pass to Howard. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Magic lead by 1.
And that's what you love to see from Howard, creating his own offense there off the miss.
And he's in a nice rhythm offensively, filling it up with regularity.
And here is Howard. Over Ilgauskas. Howard's shot is good. Howard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Howard isn't exactly known for his jump shot, but once in a while, he's spot on. Great work by him there, measuring it up perfect.
To the right side. Hastings, the pass to Wade. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And he knocks down the first one. And Wade drops them both. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Now, here is Nelson. Tight defense on him. Here's Howard. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if you be a little bit more selective.
Nelson, the pass to Howard. Over Ilgauskas. That one a little long.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's James. LeBron James charging through contact.
Hey, I really like what I'm seeing from LeBron here tonight, keeping it simple. He's going to the hot hand, which is him. That's pretty good.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Gortat's checked in.
That's what LB is all about. Find the mismatch, taking advantage of
You've been at
And
the highest
for
level.
Nelson.
You can't tell him nothing. Right. So imagine you ran to the championship. Oh man. Oh man, we can't tell him nothing. Can't of all the teammates that I've seen you have in the NBA, and I'm on the outside looking at it. I don't know the speech, but it just seemed to me.
James
you have the best relationship with him, and you take criticism, you take coaching, you take praise from him better than any other teammate. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I apologize. It's about him and your relationship, but you're so excited.
That's crazy.
The advice
he did this interview before he got traded.
I just want to help him grow in every single facet of his game, not only his game, but his life. I want to help him be a better man. I want to help him be a better, if his brother's a better brother, I want to be able to help him ways I feel like sometimes I couldn't get that help. Because, I was in a situation, I know how it feels to be him in that situation. Number one pick, a whole state asking you to help save him and help him bring a championship home. And I just wanted to be a support system for him any way possible I could. So I wanted to help him grow, and I think in helping someone achieve their full potential, and something that I feel that I'm going to continue to work not only as a leader, but just helping him as a brother. You got to let them be free. You can't give them too much constraint, Right. Maybe sometimes I got to tell him, maybe you should have said that. Maybe you should have scaled back on doing this. Maybe you take this one. I got it. I'll take this conversation on, and I'll have this convo with whoever it is. I just want him to be himself, and I've stressed that to him since day one. So all I try to do every single day is make sure Ant's as comfortable as possible, and he can be himself as much as possible.
You want to see Ant in the dunk contest?
I do. He don't want to, though.
Really?
I do.
So we get Ant, we get Ja, we get Zion, we get Zach LaVine to come back. I don't know who we're going to get AG, because AG said, y'all done robbed me twice. Hey, y'all, AG said, hell no.
You ain't going to go to the bank with me twice to go rob the bank. You're going to leave me there.
So we get
Meanwhile, massive developing story from the world of football. The Las Vegas Raiders have informed other NFL teams that they would consider trading Davante Adams for a package that would include a second-round draft pick and additional compensation. Adams missed his first game as a member of the Raiders on Sunday after it was reported that he had a hamstring injury suffered in practice last Thursday, and raised a lot of eyebrows, to say the least. So the speculation then kicked up a notch on Monday. This is a very 2024 story. Sports Illustrated posted on Twitter that they wouldn't, quote, be surprised if Davante had already played his last snap in Las Vegas. Raiders coach Antonio Pierce liked that post, as you can see at the bottom of your screen. He would later remove that like, but then still got back to Davante Adams, when he was asked about it by Kay Adams yesterday.
I haven't heard from him. I've been talking to him. So I've been, I don't really know exactly what comes about. Obviously, I got, social media is a beast. So there's a lot of people out there that saw it and, wonder what's going on, and people reaching out. And, I've been spoken to him.
Why do you think you may never play another down as a Raider? What would you say to that?
All I can control is this talk we're having right here, and then after we're done with this, all I can control is the next thing that I want.
Okay, so could anything be more delicious?
He gone.
Right? As Paul Carrollson used to say in Chicago, he gone. Because, look, let's just add up the things that have happened here. First, Antonio Pierce says we got guys making business decisions. We're going to have to make some of our own. Then Davante Adams suffers a hamstring injury in practice on Thursday. And isn't playing. Well, and all of a sudden isn't playing this weekend. Even Shefty was like, wait a minute, not playing this week? Like, that one didn't smell right. And then Antonio Pierce is liking the post.
Social media getting a lot of you guys in trouble these days.
This is where we're at. No, this is
That's what I'm saying.
Our head coaches. They will have grown up on social media.
No, it's not the future. No,
it is, man. I'm telling you. I know you don't like it. It's not
I don't like it or don't like it. I think Antonio Pierce didn't realize that it was public. Like, it's no way.
Like Twitter, like your likes are not public on Twitter, but
there's no way that he sincerely believed, or that his strategy was, I'm gonna like this and this gonna expedite.
No,
we talk Antonio Pierce here, the same one who was yelling about business decisions. You think he's subbing people?
Right. There was no strategy in the social media. What I'm saying is, Same way for our first time head coaches have 2 earrings in. This is what happens when the young generation gets to be in charge.
He's a linebacker
and he's like, exactly.
He made a mistake on it. I don't even know. So that's why I stay off of it. You don't even know what button to hit, bro. That's the problem. Let's move past whether he meant to do it or didn't mean to do it. The fact that he did it is ridiculous, right? Yeah. The fact that the coach of an NFL team is liking the post suggesting that the best player on his own team has played his last snap for that team is telling, and it's ridiculous.
Let's take it back to how we got here.
Please.
Because think back to when Devontae Adams was traded here. Who's the quarterback? One of his best friends.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr is no longer there. So now you're Devontae Adams, who came to Las Vegas because your best friend is there. He's no longer there. And look around at the quarterback play. It was Jimmy Garoppolo. And then now, I think with the Raiders, you have an uncertain quarterback situation on top of a franchise that doesn't seem any closer to winning a championship. Right now, their season is not over, but the light from Antonio Pierce, whether on purpose or a mistake, which we think it was a mistake, that is just, that's like the icing on the cake. Like now,
I'm the team mascot, pulling my running late. Oh, what it is. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might take your season.
So get off, Dave. We better protect you from me. Like me.
There are frustrations about the situation. Now you have this, and Devontae Adams says, I need a chip, and I'm not going to get it here.
And you said that Derek Carr is his best friend, but I think his best friend is whoever's going to throw him that ball next. And so I think it's this. I don't want to make you happy, Grady. I'm sounding like just like that's the leading question. I know it's not. I know it's not a leading question, but the truth, in my view, is looking at all the teams that are out there, going for a big time receiver like this in his prime is a win now move. There's no more win now your franchise than the Jets, and the Douglas may not be there if they don't win a Super Bowl or have a good run this year. Either of us. So that team is not looking to hold on to second round picks right now. The second round pick next year is not going to help them. Some of these other teams, I think the second round pick is of a different level of value. So if a second round pick and some other compensation, I think the Jets are a team that is very much focused on playing football the way Aaron Rodgers wants to offensively. And his receivers have to be on the same page and Devontae Adams as well. Okay, so before we get into not making Greeny happy, let's get into just what exactly it is we're talking about. Yeah. I feel like there is an element of football fans out there that when we last saw Devontae Adams, he was a superstar in Green Bay. And to some degree, he has fallen off the face of planet Earth since then. Yeah. He has still been productive in Las Vegas, but they're not on TV all the time. They haven't been competitive and all the rest of that. You're my resident receiver. Let's do it. How good is the player we're talking about right now? Devontae Adams is still the best route runner in the NFL. And when you're playing receiver, we talked about this earlier, when you're playing receiver, so much is predicated on who is your quarterback. So when you look at those stats, and you look at how they're playing on a game-to-game basis, it depends on who's throwing you to the football. He has not had the level of quarterback that he is at the level of receiver for the last couple of years in Las Vegas. Make no mistake about it, Devontae Adams is still the #1 receiver, and he has a game that preserves from where you're not worried about a 31-year-old receiver is getting old, he's losing speed. His technique is what makes him special. That is very much still there. Go turn on the Raiders tape, and you'll see exactly who Devontae Adams is. There's not a single team that Devontae Adams doesn't make better. The question is, does it get them over the hump to get a Super Bowl? So that brings us to the next question, and that is which team can afford him? We're not going to sit here and just have fun and mindlessly speculating here. We're going to tell you who is a real possibility. So, Cindy, would you please put A27 on the screen? Thank you. If a team trades for Devontae Adams today, they'd have to take on $13.5 million in salary cap hit. That's what the hit would be. The value goes down just under $1 million every week because that's his weekly salary. It could go down as low as $8.5 million if you took us all the way to the deadline, which is November 5th. The teams that could make the trade today are on the right portion of your screen. The Commanders could do it. The Cowboys could do it. The Jets could do it. The Steelers could do it. That's one that makes sense for me here Saturday. Jerry talked about all off season. We're all in. We're this. Guess what the Dallas Cowboys have to do to win? Throw the football. They average 77% of their offensive production comes from air. They can't run the football. They have one weapon outside, and that's CD Lamb. Folks can't get open, can't find separation. I understand folks are trying to, but they don't have the run game. They have to have another receiver to open up this offense. And Jared wants to show his stance. He truly is all in. Because by the way, your defense can't be complimented if you can't run the ball. You're going to have to score points. That to be a track meet. You need to. I played on a team with Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. To say that it opens up the field is an understatement of a lifetime. He needs that. He's talked about being all in now. Does it make him a Super Bowl contender? I have no idea. But what you got now, you ain't gonna win with. If you want your fans to believe you're all in, so you got to make.
That's a good answer. It's not the right one. Give me a team that makes sense.
I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. I feel like if they add Devontae Adams, it gives them the firepower they need to get over the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's who you have to go through for a championship. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson have the Baltimore Ravens run game looking better than they have since Lamar Jackson has been there, and that is saying something. They have two tight ends that could be potentially the best tight end in the league, and Isaiah Likely, who is their leading receiver, and Mark Andrews. Zay Flower is going to be a star. How do you actually help him? I think he'll be the biggest beneficiary of Devontae Adams being there because we'll get to see that single coverage and we'll get coverage for a number 2 receiver versus getting a number 1 receiver coverage too early in his career.
It's another good answer. Also not too late.
Copy.
Dominique.
Oh, you know I got you, Granny. The New York Jets. Here we go. I mean, that's the itch. That's it.
I'm listening.
It's not just about having fun and making Granny laugh and get all excited. I do think that with the offense that they're running there feels somewhat antiquated in that it's very reliant on Aaron Rodgers throwing people open, which is also he's relying on his receivers understanding when and where they're going to receive the ball and adjust, which takes time to develop, which is why Lazard seems like he's his number 1 target. We all know Garrett Wilson is more talented. If you can get a guy who has to connect with Aaron Rodgers in the talent, Devontae Adams, it does improve their offense. Kmart's final word.
Here we have. Now here's a team that they don't make a ton of splashy free agent moves, except they did this offseason. And they also were in on Brandon Ayuk. They didn't get him. So who's better than Brandon Ayuk? I think Devontae Adams paired with George Pickens. I know George Pickens is the number 1, but when you talk about Zay Flowers benefiting from Devontae Adams joining the Ravens, I think Pickens obviously benefits from having Devontae Adams. And that offense, while Justin Fields making strides, that offense, it needs some oomph.
side, Carter sinks the triple. Carter's got 9.
Hey, that stroke from Carter, as smooth as a baby's bottom.
LeBron James on the wing. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. LeBron fights his way through.
Well, he's been
Plays are being called, decisions are being made. You have to question what the motives are behind it. Is this the right move? That's a tough place to get out of for the football team. There's no way you can put the best product on the field on that. And then listen to this too. Trainers must play their best when this is the issue. And that's it. Isn't playing his best because it's all the distraction around you that takes your attention away from the details of being productive. And whether we like it or not, when leadership fails, it's filled by somebody else. Right now, it's distraction. That's why they're not playing.
So let me try to tell you, on Monday after that, it was really quiet in that building. They are very happy it's the bottom. Now, you can make the argument that head coaches and quarterbacks don't have to always get along. There should be tense moments as you're building on the road to a championship type of season. I don't think Aaron Rodgers always got along with his head coaches and Patrick Mahomes and all that. But it wasn't what Jalen said. It was a look on his face that said, I'm done with this. And that's what people are responding to, and that is an issue going forward. Because Jalen's got the money. You wonder who's going to be there, and you the head coach would have to leave.
They have this very early buy. And sometimes having the early buy, it's like a fire coach after 4 games afterwards. It's just not what's going to happen.
This morning, if you're just joining us, the big story in the NFL is the Devontae Adams trade conversation has become very real. Reports are that the Raiders are entertaining conversations with teams like Ridiculous this morning. The top prominent potential landing spots for Devontae Adams. And by the time the Dallas Cowboys want to make sure it's clear, these are teams that can afford him, or all specified who can and can't. The Cowboys have $24 million in cap space they could trade for him right now if they wanted to.
This shit is literally on Hall of Fame, bro.
Weeks to go by so that his cap number would come down. It's almost $1 million that he reduces every year. That brings us to the Ravens at number 4. It came up earlier this morning. They have only $5 million in cap space. They would have to, under these circumstances, wait until November 5th. Make the deal, or they have to do something to match up with the salary there. It's a big amount most valuable to them under the season if he doesn't arrive until that time. Kimberly brought up the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll put them on my list at number 3. They have $12 million in cap space. They're right there. They're right on the cusp of being able to trade for Devontae Adams right now. I think they could fit him in if they did it next week and see if he would make a significant difference as they develop the young quarterback.
Yeah, I didn't figure this game out.
And number 2, the Washington Commanders. James Daniels is the story of the NFL so far, and they've got plenty of cap space. They are awash in space. They have $27 million to play with, but they could trade for Devontae Adams right now. And the number 1, the New York Jets, not just because of my fandom, but obviously his long-standing relationship and history with Aaron Rodgers. The Jets have $17 million in cap space, so they could afford to bring him in.
Right, I gotta think about it. I'm LeBron James.
5 potential landing spots.
These niggas not superstars.
As I bring it over to the table,
there's Vince Carter,
just very quickly,
Michael Petras,
joining us. We went through early and
Nelson, man, that's some all-star and shit.
Is it that this deal get done immediately?
Just looking at mismatch. The same thing.
The offense and LeBron
James. I'm way better than these niggas. You expect me to dominate.
Acclimated to your new team, acclimated to a new offense.
Every matchup they send me besides the hour.
The way Devontae Adams can.
If I'm thinking from the perspective, that's why the Jets probably made the most sense for the ramp-up time is a lot shorter than anywhere else. Because I know exactly what Aaron Rodgers wants. I know the way he plays, and I know how to fit my skill set the way he's playing. And that's what a lot of the problem with Garrett Wilson and why he can't get the page to Aaron Rodgers.
Do you feel like Adams or Tyreek made a bigger mistake leaving their phones?
Going out of it, but I think in just football, I think Devontae made a big mistake because you can make the argument with Tua, low weather, the whole nice place to live. I can make a little better case for Hill, but I couldn't grab him to never get a call. I mean, those are Vegas and the franchises disheveled that have not won a long time, not great ownership. So I could make an argument that he, and you left there on Rodgers, so you got the great quarterback too. I would make the argument that Adams. After they lost the second Super Bowl to Denver by his English first, he was
coming from inside the paint.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. That's taking care of business, fellas.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 4 points for the bucket from Petrus.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Nelson outside. The triple, pocket 6, and it's Arroyo with the rebound. Miami leading by 4. Left side, Bosch. Pass to Ilgauskas, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Magic trail by 4. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. To the inside. Here's Howard. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Howard's got 4 points this quarter.
And you can see the determination in Howard's eyes. He relishes the opportunity to provide big baskets like that one.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Different look for Miami. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for James Jones. And it's Hastings in for Carlos Arroyo.
With Devontae Adams, the Raiders might actually be the 4th best team still in that division. We weren't thinking they were winning a Super Bowl just because they had Devontae Adams. And now when you look at it, Devontae Adams, again, is going to be on the move and still has no Super Bowls to show for it. It is clearly Devontae Adams.
Well, remember, too, Miami's played 2 playoff games to Rick Sproul in. At least he's playing the playoff game. Adams is not that.
Hold on. No team has a longer active playoff drought than the Miami Dolphins, who haven't won a playoff game since 2000.
Well, he's not playing 2 of them. He played both.
Okay, he played in 2 of them. One of them was without Tua, who was concussed and yanked from the competition, and they didn't play in Buffalo. The other was last year in Kansas City. We know they are allergic to playing in weather below 70 degrees, for crying out loud. All of these things come into play. You look at Tyreek Hill, 0 playoff wins, and you departed from a team with the greatest quarterback on the planet with 2 Super Bowl rings. And again, Kimberly, Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs
Never, no Tyreek Hill, never specified exactly what was turned down. For all we know, they were at 72. Kansas City was at 68.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. Obviously, it's a Patriots-like legacy, potentially, that he's turning down. But one thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but if I remember correctly, part of the reason Devontae Aaron was going to be Aaron played another year without him. But he didn't know the situation that he ended up leaving, so there's no guarantee if he had stayed that Aaron would have done it. But the question is, maybe he doesn't. If Aaron
But departed from Green Bay because of the whole Aaron Rodgers thing on about staying and going or retiring and all that. You got that going on. And then in the case of Tyreek Hill, again, because you're a wide receiver and your success is predicated on a quarterback throwing you the football, you must have the greatest quarterback of this generation, if not of all time, throwing you the football, winning a Super Bowl, in AFC Championship game. So you depart from that, and you're behind his home in a wild card round and play on PG and while they don't want to out you. That is the only big deal.
Okay, we talking about last season. We're talking about Tyreek Hill at one point. You're looking at him as he MVP of this Dolphins offense. There's a question about opportunity, but Tyreek Hill, right? We think Tyreek Hill is one of the best to ever do. However, my point is, you should be still looking at Devontae Adams like that, because skill-wise, he is top one, top two. He's not three. He's either one or two, depending on your list as far as talent at that position.
What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? I'm gold, nigga. I'm gold.
Disagree. It's time to go.
How about being in the league and going like this? Okay, you got your bag, but you're no longer relevant because your team ain't going no damn way because you don't have a quarterback.
So you're making the case for Devontae Adams being the bigger. That's a big no.
I'm saying to you, it's first time. And that's the whole thing with race.
Year 22, but he still feels like he's got something left in the tank. Last season at age 40, LeBron James entered year 22, but he still feels like he's got something left in the tank. Last season at age 40, LeBron averaged 8.8 for first in the league, 27.8 points per game, finishing top 10. Infrastructure finished 8th for the West, has first round exit into the playoffs. So in Lakers Media Day, LeBron was asked about his expectations heading into the season, and he had this to say. Quote, I don't have any expectations, and not so fair to put any expectations on us right now. The only thing that we can count on each other is how we come to practice and come to work every day. So we can have joining us today, Amon Shumpert in the house, and Wolves coming out to ESPN Plus, taking one for the team. We'll get into that shortly. Thank you so much for being with us. I want to dive right into this, though. Your comments from your former teammate, LeBron James. Thoughts on what he had said? No expectations for the Lakers.
Yeah, I think that LeBron is exceptional identifying how to use his team, how to upgrade his team. And I think that he's not made an assessment on it until he sees it's maybe a couple of months of how they gel together before he knows what to do. So it's been a hard team that we need to get better as we execute this and get better on the second before and then we'll be in this position. This strategy is to have a good percentage. Any expectation on anything unless we got the exact same team. It's not. Nobody else is taking that I'm excited. I know everybody else is excited, but I know it's pretty fair what he said.
Oh yeah. First of all, it's good to see my boy Shump. It's been a long time. Shump is right here doing it. We go back years, man. But I got a lot of love for his brother. Let me tell you something right now. Shump is a nice guy, very real, very authentic, very diplomatic in this particular moment. And sitting in my chair being diplomatic. Wait a minute, another day, Shump. We're talking about another day, Shump. We're going to let it all out now. Here's the deal. You're right. Because when he brings up LeBron, it is fair to say that LeBron wants to evaluate his team. And then, all right, I'll make an assertion thereafter. My only pushback with LeBron on what he said is, I don't want to hear that. You got a new coach. You know how he got there. That's LeBron right there. You know what I'm saying? He did us. We did us. Now you didn't do it. I am mad at it. I think JJ's a brilliant mind. He's a friend of the show. He's a friend of mine. I'm rooting for him. I want him to be successful. I would never want to get JJ up. So I wish him nothing but the best, okay? But, you know what I'm saying? You did the podcast with him first. You got, now all of a sudden he's a Lakers coach. All right, fine. You see the personality y'all down there. Wearing the Lakers uniform. This ain't the Cleveland Cavaliers. Y'all want to chip together in Cleveland. This ain't the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the Lakers.
7-second difference shot.
Ain't no expectation. Let me tell you something. How you think Lincoln Nix will feel about that? I want to hear that. I want to hear that. We'll see.
Are you serious? This nigga really just made that?
Laker fan feeling like they're going to put pressure on this team.
What I'm saying is this.
He's on his second season.
His 22nd year. Now rushing the top 2 all-time as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to feel like it's one of those situations where no matter what we do, I'm going to go out, I'm going to drop 25 to 27 tonight. I'm going to do my job. And if we don't do something, No, you're that great. Anthony Davis is that great. I'm just saying.
I ain't even see that LeBron did on his own. That's crazy. He did that bitch on his own.
He's never had.
He's basically saying, don't put any expectations on us cheaper and we don't know what's to come of this.
You know what expectations are. Ain't nobody got food expectations. Ain't nobody gonna tell you about how to do that.
See you next time.
This is a very interesting trade they made. They took $200 million from salary. He shoots a lot of threes. Thinks, for whatever reason, Randall, and you can't blame to making this trade.
You're talking about bringing Cap.
Bringing him going in town. But now this team is going to have real expectations. Everybody thinks they could basically beat the Celtics and, maybe threaten them to win the conference. Just think about what the next is. I don't know about everybody.
I'll say this, Pat Brunson. I love that on paper. Like, that's awesome. I don't love that at the end of the game in the playoffs. Like, it's not scary enough. There's got to be some player that can go off by himself in the playoffs. Me being a part of the playoffs for years, I just know a pick and roll calls for adjustments, tags, rotations. The hardest thing to beat is knowing exactly what's coming, and it's an ISO,
and there's nothing you see but watch. We all have to sit here and watch and hope this is that ice. And
any questions?
How did you become a capital and bank guy?
I've always been passionate about no fees or minimums on checking accounts.
Did you know, babe? Did you live in space?
What's in your heart?
not against capital. I like both of them as players. I don't think that at the end of the game they can go back and forth like that. And if they are able to do that, I'm going to be excited to watch it. I'm on paper. At the end of the game, I would take my chances saying, yes, I will guard Brunson and rotate on the edge.
Chuck, I will tell you this. I totally agree with you. Totally. But I will say, Brunson made a whole bunch of people look like liars last year. Like, we didn't, I'm saying, did we expect to see what we saw from Brunson was phenomenal last year. He was an MVP candidate last year. We didn't expect the second though. So what?
We put expectations to win.
Oh, wait a minute. We can't compare expectations for the Lakers compared to that of the Knicks. The Knicks who haven't won a title since 1973. I mean, we can't compare. I'm just saying that it ain't the same. You people stop that shit.